Hi, I'm Katie Ullman reporting for CHATS here at the Royal Cinema in downtown Toronto for the ACMSiggraph event. Reporting for CHATS here at the ACMSiggraph event at the Royal in downtown Toronto with Mike Andrews, the CEO and founder of CANWOOD Entertainment. How did you initially get in touch with Gordon and start CANWOOD?
Well, I had the pleasure of working with Gordon in the mid-2000s. Got to know him, got to really understand his background in film and all the work that he'd been doing here in Toronto and around the world. My background professionally is I'm an intellectual property lawyer, and I deal with a lot of entertainment properties and licensing and merchandising and all the things that are related to sort of the business and legal stuff. And after a few years of working together, Gordon and I just said, you know, we get along so well. And Gordon had a vision of starting a film company. And he said, Mike, would you like to start a film company? I actually said, no. And he was really surprised by that. I said, well, what do you mean? I said, well, I think we should start an entertainment company because my original background was in the field of music. So I thought, why not have a company that can capture film, entertainment, live entertainment, music, all of it, you know, both in the current medias and in the online medias and everything that's coming down the pipe. So that's how it all started. So in 2008, we put together CANWOOD Entertainment, just before TIFF in 2008.
What are some of the exciting things that you're currently working on?
Well, we've got 4 feature films in development. Our focus is to really look at properties that have a lot of what we call inherent equity. There's a knowledge base about them. There's already an interest base. We're looking at doing commercial films. So I've been working with the Dickens family out of England for the last 15 years, and we think that there's a fabulous movie to be made about Charles Dickens, the man, not about so much the works that he wrote, but about who he was, and sort of in the style of Finding Neverland or it escapes me, the other movie. It's right on the tip of my tongue. Anyways, that's one of the properties. The other one is actually a property that Gordon developed called Champagne, the history of Champagne, and it's a historical fiction about how champagne was actually invented by Pierre Perignon. And so the first part of the movie would be about all of the things that went on, the fun stuff, the difficult stuff, the challenges, and then the second part of the movie is really a historical fiction. After he perfects champagne, he sends these cases of champagne to the King of France, but they never get there, they're stolen. So what happens to these bottles? So it breaks out into about 6 or 7 storylines ending in the 21st century when they discovered the final bottle actually made by Dom Perignon. In addition to that, we're working on a number of other properties. We have a music division. We've got some very exciting things in that. Of course, SIGGRAPH here, we're very happy to be associated with it because, I mean, it's another form of the medium, animation. Anytime we can connect with the creators of all these wonderful properties, and I really have to credit the CANWOOD team for pulling this together. And this is the kind of thing that, I mean, it works. We get to promote the technology, the actual end product. We had to make use of this wonderful Royal Theatre, you know, the classic sort of venue for this sort of thing. It's sort of a merger of the classic meets modern. And then we've got other properties that we're working on that are really more, you know, specialty projects with other companies, such as a company called CanSpan, where we're helping them produce some movies this summer, and then doing some very interesting things actually in Cuba as well.
What's the importance of getting various members of the community together in situations like we have tonight at the SIGGRAPH event?
Well, obviously, when you get a community together, it's a great networking opportunity. That's one of the things. 2, I think it just, the more that the community is connected, the more that everybody realizes that there's a really integrated focus on entertainment and really good entertainment properties and all of the support that goes with it, the better. You know, one of the things that we set out to do with CANWOOD, and it's our passion, is we're here to create a global entertainment company here in Toronto. And historically, a lot of entertainment companies and a lot of film production companies on the independent side have, you know, they've relied on the traditional sources of financing, and they're kind of hamstrung and they bootstrap, etc. And we feel, look, Toronto is a world-class city now. We've got the world-class Toronto International Film Festival. We've got the stars coming in here. There are all kinds of movies being shot here on a regular basis. There's an incredible industry that has built up over the last 20 years in terms of support. And we think that it's high time that Toronto had its own world-class entertainment company producing films that are not necessarily dependent on government funding, that can be financed independently. And the one thing I will say, Katie, is that I think this is an area that Toronto needs to work on. Toronto is regarded sort of the financial center of Canada, but to be honest, in the private sector, the financing of films, it's a real challenge, the financing of any kind of independent project. And I think the gathering of crowds like this and recognition of the success and the awards and everything else will hopefully start to encourage the financial community to recognize that you don't have to go outside of Canada to find tremendous talent. It's all right here. I mean, if Hollywood and the rest of the world is coming here to make their films, why aren't we making them ourselves? Everybody's here, so yeah.
And where is the best place to find out more information on CANWOOD Entertainment online?
Well, obviously, we've got our website at canwoodentertainment.com. That's a great spot to find it, and there's some good links there and some examples of the properties they're working on in the projects. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Congratulations, and have a wonderful time this evening.
Thank you very much, Katie. Appreciate it.
I'm Katie Allman reporting for Katie Chats here at the ACMSiggraph event at the Royal in downtown Toronto.